Hey guys, welcome to my edition of doing a review on the Star Wars. Oh, he's gotta go poop. Anyways, I want to do a quick review outside my office just to say hi on the Space Ace Replicade by New Wave Toys. So hopefully, I just have seen a lot of already reviews of this, and I feel like they're kind of boring. So I want to have a little bit of fun with this, and maybe this will be boring too, but hopefully you'll enjoy this content. We'll see you guys. So I really want to kind of welcome you guys into my office here and express to you how amazing this cabinet is, this Replicade that New Wave Toys has put out. I don't think enough justice has really been out there. Yeah, you can have all the hype with all the music. Get all excited about how cool it looks, but I want to show you really the gameplay. I want to show you all the dynamics in the back of it, and I also have a special guest who's not necessarily going to come on. He wrote to me that I'm going to explain to you. He's kind of a professional when it comes to Dragon's Lair and Space Ace and Dragon's Lair 2. His name is Andy. He's from YouTube, and he wrote me in, and I kind of want to put what he says. So take a little bit of a journey with me. Let's see some of this attract mode that's so awesome for Space Ace, because that's what you're supposed to do in a review apparently, and we're gonna do a few more things, so join with me.
Space Ace, defender of justice, truth, and the planet Earth. Ace is being attacked by the evil Commander Borf.
Hold your fire! Who is that creep? Borf!
Earthlings must surrender to me.
No way, Borf, old buddy.
Oh! Ah! I've been hit!
By the Infanto Ray.
Earthlings must surrender to me.
Struggle with Dexter to regain his manhood. Destroy the Infanto Ray. Defeat the evil Borf.
Hey, Borf! Come on, Kimberly, let's go. I've been hit.
Be valiant, Space Warrior. The fate of Earth is in your hands.
So Space Ace, I don't know if you guys know, was released just a few months after Dragon's Lair was released, but a lot of the people who owned arcades were a little upset about this because they really wanted a Dragon's Lair 2 to be released. Now, I'm not sure if Kimberly herself, the main kind of heroine in Space Ace, was inspired like Daphne was inspired. Don Blueth, I know some of you guys have seen my videos. He was inspired by a bunch of Playboy models, and he had a bunch of magazines around his office to be inspired. So I'm not sure if that's what inspired Kimberly in Space Ace, but it's pretty interesting. Don't you think it's pretty interesting? Space Ace thinks it's pretty interesting too. Now this version of Space Ace is the most faithful rendition that we have, even more faithful than our Arcade 1-Up Dragon's Lair. Did you know that? There's an HDMI input and outlet on this. So you could actually hook it up to your television, which is really kind of cool. So it's basically, like I've mentioned before, like your own mini console for Space Ace. It's also got volume changer. It's got some HDMI, one right here, and it's got a couple USB ports so you can hook your controllers into it. Still very, very awesome, because I can play Space Ace not just on my Arcade 1-Up, I can actually play it now on my television, which is a much bigger screen and a lot more fun. Now, an important question to note that you probably are asking yourselves is, are these New Wave toys, like these actual arcades, is it just eye candy, like me to my wife? I bet you didn't know that this cabinet and this game itself is a lot harder than Dragon's Lair. And what they wanted to do is, because Dragon's Lair became so easy to beat, they actually put a lot more scenes in here, so that there's actually 13 major levels on this actual game, and it's beautiful to play even on here. Now here's the attract mode on the Arcade 1-Up. As you can see, this actually is much more faithful to the look. This is the original Dragon's Lair, so it's not going to look like Space Ace. Now, a lot of the times they actually put, and you can get the actual New Wave toys that look just like this with the red vinyl, with the red lining. But this was an actual dedicated cabinet to Space Ace. So I think that's pretty significant. Okay, so I can't really think of a more interesting plot detail, or at least pathetically, because really when you think about it, with Space Ace, you have Commander Borf, and he's trying to take over the Earth with an infanto ray, right? Which makes all the humans basically babies. And I can't think of a more annoying way to conquer the Earth than making everybody a baby. And what happens was when he shoots Dexter, which is the Space Ace, Dexter becomes an adolescent. I mean,
oh hey Dad, I got this fire acai bowl for lunch today. It's facts.
Hey Dad, can you take me to Sephora? Their makeup is so fire.
I mean, that's the most annoying age in the history of the world as an adolescent. Just ask my kids. My resident expert from YouTube, Andy, says this about New Wave Toys has always been producing gorgeous looking and impressive recreations of arcade cabinets, and they've added to their Replicade lineup, Space Ace being no exception. Both the dedicated cabinet and the conversion cabinet are a joy to look at, and the attention to detail is a trademark of New Wave Toys. Everything from the side art to the marquee to the 1/6 scale Laserdisc player replica in the back drawer of the cabinet are testaments to that attention to detail. The screens on the Space Ace machines are bright and vivid, and the images are clean and crisp. Recently, there's been some negativity toward Arcade 1UP for audio sync issues in their Dragon's Lair arcade cabinet. As far as I could tell, there are no audio issues with the Space Ace Replicade. All the sound effects and voices seem to occur on cue. I only have two negative things to say. The HDMI output only puts out a 720p picture so that when you play the game on an HDMI monitor or TV, the image is kind of blurry. I wish New Wave Toys could have at least given us 1080p image for the HDMI out. The second, and this is kind of a big one, the move accepted tone is way too quiet. Some people call this the move beeps, but back in the day it was called the move accepted tone. I died a few times to this, and at other times I had to make a move twice because I did not hear the beep the first time. So I did the move again to make sure it registered. And sometimes that would cause me to die because the move registered the first time, so repeating it is incorrect, so that would cause a death. And turning up the volume doesn't help, because the volume is a master volume which makes the music and sound effect louder along with the beeps. The move accepted tone is something Arcade 1UP got right in their Dragon's Lair arcade cabinet. They are just at the right volume and can be heard easily. All in all, this is another solid outing for New Wave Toys. I'm anxiously awaiting their 1/6 scale spectator monitors for on top of my Dragon's Lair overhaul and my Space Ace cabinet. If you are a fan of Space Ace or a fan of Laserdisc games in general, I would highly recommend picking up this machine. Thanks, Andy, and thanks, Lorna Cook, as a side note, for the voice of Kimberly. You did amazing. Now, as you can see, the Space Ace Replicade really is a thing to behold. Sure, you may not be lustful after it like some of us are, but there's no denying the fact that New Wave Toys is putting out some amazing products for the at-home arcade systems. If you're on the fence with this one, or think that you don't need one because you already have an Arcade 1UP Dragon's Lair, think again. Reconsider that good things often come in small packages. I think I heard that once. And this is the most faithful rendition that we have of the Space Ace arcade game that we all know and love. As always, I hope you enjoyed this review. I had a little fun with it. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, keep outrunning that neon sun. Thanks, you guys. God bless. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time.